Now this save is all about stabilisation. We need to stabilise Chelsea and stop this graph from being like the kind of thing you'd see on a hospital monitor. We're on for a third place finish. It would be the third place finish in a row, and that would be quite good. Hello everyone, welcome back to more Chelsea Challenge here on Football Manager 20 with me, Mr. Grand 2. And well, today we've got ourselves an exciting prospect indeed, the Champions League semi-final for the second year running. And this time it is going to be against AC Milan, of course a team we did beat home and away back in the group stages. So I'm hoping that we can do something similar here today. In between that, we will also be playing Tottenham. I'll show you the goals and anything interesting from that one. Spurs having a dreadful season. They're down in 10th place, just above Manchester United, who are also having a shocking season. Both of them, Man United certainly set to miss out on any sort of European football next season whatsoever. Wolves have dropped back a little bit since earlier on in this season, but it's still looking pretty good to get into Europe. West Ham, though, and Everton are the teams that are going to be getting European spots from the looks of it at the expense of Spurs and Manchester United. But as you can see, we are in there pretty safely secured in third place. We are 4 points clear of Everton with 2 games in hand on them and on West Ham as well. Manchester City are in a similar situation to us, but I think the gap back to them is still quite a lot to make up. We're not going to catch Arsenal. We obviously can't catch Liverpool, but we are looking pretty solid for a third place finish. So the two results since last time that have helped contribute to that, both pretty by the numbers, a 2-1 win against Watford, Tammy Abraham and Antonio Rudiger getting the goals for us, and then a 1-0 win against Everton, who, as you've seen, are quite close to us in the table, so this was a really good result. It was a pretty nothing game, but Tammy Abraham once again getting the goal to give us the win in that one. What a season he's having. We keep highlighting him, but he's just been sensational. That's 24 league goals now, 33 goals overall, 5 up on last year already. So of course against AC Milan today we were playing both legs. We're looking for Tammy to make the difference. So the team for this one is going to be pretty much as you would expect. Cesar Azpilicueta is injured, so he's not going to be on the bench, but Aaron Martin could come on. He's done pretty well in the absence of Emerson when Emerson's been suspended or injured this season. Very solid player who doesn't really moan about anything, but as you would expect, the rest of the team is Kepa, Emerson, Tomori, Rudiger, James, Jorginho, Kante and Mount, Hudson-Odoi and Torgan Hazard, of course, because Christian Pulisic did get injured in the previous episode, and then Tammy Abraham obviously will be up front. Right, our first leg win will do us the world of good. We're in Milan for this one, out of San Siro. Let's get it done, get ourselves a good... We're really quite, I don't want to say expert, but we are very good at getting results in Champions League knockout games. We've done very, very well in this tournament so far better than we do in the league. But we know the threats of Milan. We've played them earlier on in the season. Donnarumma, of course, Romagnoli, always a decent player. Frank Kessie, Lucas Paqueta as well, Suso, Piatek up front. They have a very good team actually. I think this year they haven't kind of maybe lived up to that, but they won the attack straight away. Piatek into the hands of Kepa. We get our first highlight 25 minutes into the game. Not done much. We are using the vertical tiki-taka system. Hazard putting it into Donnarumma's hands. It's generally quite good for European away games. That seems to be the main thing it's useful for. It's quite useful for sort of nullifying games generally. But anyway, Torgan Hazard on the ball. Can we get ourselves that crucial away goal? Not with things like that. Piatek gets it back, pings the ball across to his defence, who are working it around really nicely. Lovely smooth stuff. Piatek's in. Brilliant block in the end from, I think it was either Tomori or Rudiger. Right, half time, 0-0. There is obviously the argument that we switch to the other system and sort of attack them more in the hope of getting a goal. It would obviously open ourselves up a little bit more, but you know, at the same time though, 0-0 is a perfectly good result in the away leg. Of course, it does open us up for a potential issues at home. I mean, they're completely dominating this in terms of shots, but we're kind of keeping them at bay quite a bit. No one's really covering themselves in glory in the attacking third. Do we go for this? I mean, we're definitely going to go for it at home. Nothing is happening. I think we're going to go for it a little bit. Stick to balanced for now, but let's sort of see if we can make a few more openings. Right, absolutely no one is doing anything in terms of creative output, so we'll bring on Kovacic. We'll bring on Christopher Ayer as well. Why not? Finally, a highlight. It looks like it's going Milan's way though. Kovacic plays a bit of a dodgy ball. Can we just get a goal in this? Nothing has happened in the second half at all until this point. Hazard with some sort of looping, diving Robin van Persie header, but doesn't go anywhere. Donnarumma though knocks the ball out. Rebic has beaten Reece James. It's come down to Calabria, who whips the shot in, and it luckily goes wide. Total domination from Milan in terms of chances, but we have dominated in terms of possession. We'll bring on Marco Asensio for the final few minutes of this one. It looks like it's going to be yet another European 0-0 draw away from home. We are certainly draw specialists. I shouldn't have said that really. They're going to go and score now, aren't they? Paqueta on the ball. He's been mugged off by Jorginho though. It's not over yet. There's still chance for us to concede like that if we do things like that. Rebic across. Kepa with a fantastic save, tipping it round for a corner. Well, there we go. A 0-0 draw. Completely. I mean, what is that? Total domination of possession. Completely outplayed in terms of number of shots. It's like a general election. So, we've been here before. We've done it before. Not bad. You can't really argue with that. They haven't got a goal. We haven't got the away goal, which is a bit of an issue. Obviously, if they score at Stamford Bridge, we're going to have to go for it a little bit more there to see it out. But, yeah, you can't complain. Tammy Abraham picks up Player of the Month for April. 6 goals in 4 games is very, very good. Excellent return, really good to see. He's loving it, loving me as well. And we've won Manager of the Month. It's about time too. Now, obviously, last time we played Spurs, I rotated the team, which I'd really like to do in this one with Milan in mind, but it didn't exactly end well, did it? Didn't exactly end well, so I don't think we can run the risk. Could make a few changes. I think what I want to do is just sort of try and secure Champions League football as quickly as possible, and then we can rest in the remaining league games, as realistically we can't finish any higher than third at this point. So let's go full strength for this one. As said, I'm just going to bring you the goals and any interesting incidents against the team that last time we played them beat us 5-1. Well, flashbacks to that already. Nico Lopez, obviously, bane of my existence, puts the free kick in, and eventually Eric Dyer, remember him, putting it away to give Spurs the lead. I am attacking them quite a lot, which is clearly, obviously, a stupid idea, which I'm now going to change. Literally, as I pressed the button to switch the tactic, Kyle Walker-Peters whips in a ball, and Son is there, completely unmarked, to smash it home. Our defence is, I think, very, very good. On that occasion, it's very, very bad. We have come back into it a little bit, but yeah, pretty rubbish, it's fair to say. Right, back into it, and you know who's done it. Tammy Abraham. He missed a sitter a minute ago. Nearly missed this one. Gets the ball over the top from Jorginho, and beats it against the goalkeeper, who I assume is still Hugo Lloris. I've not actually checked. Follows up with the rebound, goes and gets the ball, because that's the kind of man he is. It is Hugo Lloris in goal. And, well, we're back into it with less than half an hour to go. We looked like we were getting back into it. We've completely dominated the stats in the second half, and then just this happened. I guess we went for a bit more. Son just runs around our defence. What on earth Kepa's doing there, I haven't got a clue. Why on earth you would dive for that one? And it's Nico Lopez, obviously, who puts it away. Or maybe still not over. I mean, we should play this whole game properly, really. Tamori puts the ball in. Is bouncing around. Mason Mount, who's done nothing really all season. Well, he scored 4 goals, to be fair, but I don't remember any of them before this one. Putting it away, he goes and gets the ball. It's still not quite over, but it is now. A bit of fight in the second half, but too little too late. Really shouldn't have lost that game on the balance of things, but for a disgraceful piece of goalkeeping from Kepa, who will be being told off in a minute. I'm not going to make him come into training because it's so close to the AC Milan game, but not good. Our record against the top teams hasn't been anything to write home about this season, and that's why we're not challenging for the league title. I don't think that's going to be particularly bad. I don't think it's going to be that disastrous for us in terms of European qualification, but not particularly ideal either. So that was a bit disappointing. Hopefully improved performance here in the second leg against AC Milan. We're going to go out, we're going to attack them. It's the same team except for Christian Pulisic, who's back from injury in place of Torgan Hazard, who hasn't been particularly great, and Marco Asensio, who's coming for Callum Hudson-Odoi, who we can say the same about as well. So it's not been the best episode in terms of really great thrilling performances as far as we're concerned from Spurs, very much so, and a good defensive performance in the first leg against Milan, but we need to get ourselves some goals on the board today and get ourselves into that Champions League final, because who else is going to retain our crown? Literally no one else can. We've got to do it. We can't let Arsenal do it, can we? Ball at the top from Jorginho in first of all, and Tammy Abraham has hawked that one horribly wide. Now, obviously, a goal for Milan is doubly disastrous as we don't have any away goals to fall back on. Pulisic with a lovely ball over the top to Tammy Abraham. Can he score this time? Yes, he can. He only needs one chance to get his sighter in. That was his sighter earlier on, and then he will follow up the second time round. Kante shuffling the ball forwards. Brilliant ball from Pulisic. I mean, he looks an absolute mile offside from that angle. Maybe he wasn't. I hope he wasn't. I mean, clearly he wasn't as far as the game's concerned. And if he was actually offside, I don't really care. We've got the lead. It's 1-0. That's exactly what we needed to do in this first half early on. But Milan looking to strike back straight away. Not if they play balls like that, though. Emerson sneezes it in, takes it up. Abraham running forwards, and Donnarumma is able to stop it. And we've scored again, and it's one of those weird goals that just started straight away. Corner in from Marco Asensio. Tammy Abraham heading home once again. His 36th goal of the season. It's great. We're gonna have Barcelona and Real Madrid knocking on the door in the summer, I think. At this rate, I mean, it's great. He's playing so well. He's not going anywhere as far as I'm concerned, but certainly going to attract the interest of others. Half time, 8 shots on target. 2 of them have gone in. What can you possibly say? Well done. You're 45 minutes away from a Champions League final. Please don't muck it up. Well, 20 minutes to go, and we are in control at the moment. Can't be complacent though, because Milan are very, very dangerous. Emerson out to Asensio. Kante really it's quite unlucky. I think it fell to him. He wasn't really expecting it, and cannot find the target on this occasion. Reece James has it on the right hand side and working it nicely. Can he find a good ball in? Kante does make a good connection this time. Once again, he just needed to get a sighter in, just get a bit of a feel for where the goal was. He'd forgotten. It's difficult for him to see it sometimes. He's not the tallest, but he hits that one well enough. Donnarumma could maybe have done a little bit better. I don't really care. It's 3-0, 7 goals this season for N'Golo Kante. I was thinking earlier on about his potential issues in terms of goals from that position, but he's not done too badly. And well, we're heading for another Champions League final, as ridiculous as that might be. Still time for another one. Tammy wants a hat trick. He's not got many hat tricks. He loves getting 2 goals. Loves a brace. Doesn't always get a hat trick. But we don't need him to really. He's in though. Mount's put him in, and well, he can't believe he's missed that. I can't believe he's missed that. It makes not one bit of difference though. A 3-0 win, as comfortable as you can possibly hope for in a Champions League semi-final, and we have made it into the Champions League final for the 2nd year in succession. We'd really taken on the mantle of Liverpool at this stage. Absolutely fantastic. Exactly what you like to see. Loads of money coming in. We've qualified for the Club World Cup again, which is this a bug? I don't know, because this happened last year when we qualified for the final. It said we'd already qualified for the Club World Cup, and then in the end, we were the only European team in the competition. Liverpool didn't qualify, so I don't know why we qualified just from getting to the final. Maybe because the format's different now. Then it'll be different. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, we're out for revenge. We want to win the Club World Cup. We didn't win it last time. We know how that one ended. So at least we're there again. Right, we are actually playing Blackburn in a day's time, which isn't ideal, given the fact that we've just played the Champions League semi-final. But luckily, they are bottom of the league, and they've already been relegated, so we should be able to rotate quite a bit and hopefully get some sort of good result in that one. But we're not interested in that today. We are interested in who we are going to be playing in the final. Is it going to be Arsenal or is it going to be Real Madrid? I believe Arsenal were leading from the first leg. Let's have a look. Indeed, Arsenal 2-1 up from the first leg against Real Madrid. Who is going to be playing us in the final? It's going to be Real Madrid. It's not going to be an all-English final. For the 3rd season running, Arsenal fall at the last, and it's going to be Real Madrid. Obviously, of course, one of the other recent winners. They've got a pretty tough team, it's fair to say. 2 of our former players, Alex Telles, who they actually beat us to signing, and we nearly signed him in the summer. He chose to go to Real Madrid instead. Quite a few players getting on a bit. Sergio Ramos is 35. He's still very good though for a 35-year-old. They've got Raheem Sterling and Paul Pogba as well, which just seems a bit... Leon Bailey too. I mean, no wonder they sold us Marco Asensio, considering his goal return this season, or lack thereof. But yeah, going to be difficult opponents. Varane is injured though. He's going to be back for the final, of course he is. But otherwise, yeah, very dangerous. It's going to be tough. So there we are then, something to look forward to. That is going to be not next time, because we're going to need to wrap up the league. I don't know who we need to beat to qualify for the Champions League. It's very tight. We've still got to play Man City. They've now played a game more than us, and they're still 5 points behind us. So even if we lose to them, then we will still be in a pretty good position. We need to beat Blackburn, and we've got Blackburn and Stoke and Burnley. If we don't qualify for the Champions League, then I think that I will be sacked, and I deserve to be sacked. So we will come back for that next time. I'm going to play Blackburn. We might qualify if we beat Blackburn. I'm really not sure. My brain's not working. I can't work it out right now. But we will probably be back for... We'll play something, some sort of end of Premier League thing. And then, of course, the Champions League final once again. Can we retain the title that we won last time against Liverpool? It's going to be very, very tough. The other really, really tough team that we could have played is the team we're going to have to face. So there we are then. Leave a like if you enjoyed this episode. If you enjoyed us getting into the Champions League final once again. I don't know what I'm doing, but it seems to be working. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that coming up very shortly. And I will see you next time.